give us some guidance on?
So we got a whole flow, and we just actually signed on a new SCMO. Like most of our business, like we build websites, we do SEO, we do all that stuff. But primarily, what we want to do and what we like to do is have a company will come to us and just say, just do my marketing for me. I don't want to touch it. Or they say, like, I'm really good at doing my organic socials, but I need somebody to do all the rest. And we love that because organic socials doesn't generate much awareness, and it is a low margin thing. So, somebody will come to us and they'll buy a bucket of time, typically 15 to 25 hours a month, and during which time we just do their marketing. And we, it's what we do is different for each client. And so we have an onboarding process. We just actually, one of these little things that I did a couple of weeks ago. I did some virtual online summit and landed the company bought our middle package of 25 hours a month. It's a 4-restaurant chain in Texas, and they're just doing everything. They were using the newspaper, okay? Houston Chronicle decides like nobody's buying newspaper ads anymore, so they're going to start reselling digital ads and stuff. And so they were paying the newspaper to do their digital marketing, and they weren't doing it well. And apparently they've been paying somebody for 15 years to do their SEO, and they didn't even have H1s on the homepage. So it's like, we just came in and like showed them all the stuff that was wrong, did a really nice discovery call. Person went to the owners and said, we got to hire these guys. And so they did. So that's kind of how it works. So this is probably going to be our second largest client. And so we do an onboarding process. We do a meeting with them. We see what their priorities are. We have them share a whole lot of information so we can see where they are, where they want to go, dive through everything, run a bunch of tests, do all of their, just find the holes, find out what the quickest path to money is. We'll eventually start doing some more esoteric stuff, but like we just look at what can we do immediately to show them some more money in their pocket, and then we're golden. And and so we just then we just assign it out to somebody on our team who is, if we need SEO, we put it to our SEO expert. If they want to run Facebook ads, we have somebody that just pretty much focuses on that. So that's how the process works. And then it's a minimum 3 months. Usually, somewhere between 8 and 12 months is the lifespan with these. And I've got clients that have been around 2.5 years. I've had some that stick around for 6 months. So it just depends. So we, sometimes we get them to the point where they have enough business that they can hire somebody in-house, and then we help them hire a replacement. So that's kind of how the process works.
I just recently had a discovery call similar to that. And the person said, can you get on a call with me? Make sure. I don't know what happened to the team, but I didn't care. And then he never asked for a price. He was over here worried. I just was going to charge me. I'm like, well, I'm listening to it. Sounds like a favor. And if I wanted to charge you, I would charge you up front. So what do you want me to do? And we start having this conversation, and the young lady's on the phone, and she's like, well, this is what I want, this is what I need. She's speaking about A to Z of marketing, from videography to PR, everything. And I can have a conversation about everything because she's speaking about full, SOPs, SOWs, I mean. And I'm listening to her, and I'm talking, and she goes, but you're not even listening to B. I'm like, well, listen, you want full transparency, this is what you want, this is how we do it. But because all of these words might be going one ear and out the other, no disrespect, but I mean, this is not I don't expect you to get back in anything. So I said that in my world, this is what you want. You want a website to do what you want it to do, right? Capture emails. You want something simple in the front. You want this automated. You want these things to be sold. You want this printed. You want, I start talking about printed and magazines and digital and video and audio and radio and podcasting. And I'm like, and I'm building it as I'm doing it with her. She goes, so when will it be ready? I'm like, it's ready. It's done. This is in real time, Mark. This is how I build my shit here, just in real time. I said, but This is the network. I said, if you want your own thing, then I can migrate everything over, and these are the hosting prices. She goes, so what's the difference? I was like, well, you got a double leverage. I mean, you already have an influence already. So you just kind of like double dip if you want to. Otherwise, we go to another environment. We have to build from scratch again. Otherwise, it's the same round. Because there's the bonuses that come here, and I have to sell what I do. And she's like, why? I'm like, I manage networks. Like, what you're trying to do is create another network. I get it. And then you want to manage the data. And then you want the data to be congruent with each other. And you want everything to be its own separate entity, right? You want to use a blog to categorize everything. And you want everything to be on the one entity without having the multiple lines. Yes, you know. She goes, you got me. Let's go. She fired her whole team on the spot, Mark. She goes, you gotta hear this. And you hear the guy put. She goes, listen, I'm waiting 3 weeks. Yo, she was done with the conversation, done with her order. She was done with the website. She was done with the email. I gave her the email composition. And then she asked me for a personal like referrals of people that I work with. So all I had to give her was a doctor, I gave her a school teacher, I gave her so many different people of high level. And she was putting like, this is what I do, this is where my office is, this is what I've always done. I said, what you're looking for is you're looking for a whole team. I don't have a team for you, I have a team for me. And that's where it got interesting, Mark. And that's why I'm able to retain $50,000 to $100,000 over the year. I said, this is what you need to do. She goes, but what will make these people cost money? Look, if you're doing $100,000 a year and you got 5 people, that's a gift. A person like me costs $100,000 a year if I work for a company and this is talking real fast, just doing a W2. You know what I mean? If I wanted to do a full stack or software development. That's better. Thank you, my love. Yeah. Yeah, leave it on for me. Thank you. So little things like that is what I try to teach to when I'm speaking to people on the not on a dumb level, but on a level where they comprehend. And then the structures, the SOPs, SOWs, right? The conversation, and then the people. You know, when you set up all of these story calls with what do you call it, Zoom, and then you go through your own little funnel, and then they're like, what is that? I'm like, that's my website. But we're going on Europe, we're going through here. So you can give it to your team that's private to set up like this, and it's what we're gonna do. And they love it because that's what they want. And then the memberships that they want, we're gonna have. And she goes, well, I want a membership, and I want a 350 and I want a brand ambassador. I'm putting on an activate. They don't know what your strategy. She called number and said to me, she goes, what are you asking all these questions for? I said, how long will it take you to build? I said, I want you to reverse this and tell me what you could. This is just using a subdomain. And she goes, but I want my domain. I'm like, well, give me the domain access and I can do the DNS. What you need? I don't know what it is. You can check upstairs in my room. So when you get the DNS managers, you can start changing everything around. And like, that's the things that I like to talk about like, when I go through the day and I talk to people. Because you give people a little bit of certainty that you know security, you know backup, you understand the infrastructure. And all they want to know is that when they go to that web address, that works. And they want to know as well, like you said, Mark, I'm paying you for advertising, what's my return on investment? Am I getting leads? Are you converting them? Or who's going to set up the emails? So we can confuse a customer, right, and bombard them with work. But what they really want is like, hey, I'm paying you X amount of money. Let's say 100,000. I'm making what, 200 from that? Making 125 from that? What am I making from that? They don't want to hear the words, but they like the conversions. And I think we might be flipping it as well, to be honest. I was speaking about just doing e-commerce for clients that don't have and just tapping in, doing it for free, Mark. Because I can tap into, and what Kazi said, just charge more because I do more, right? Kind of like what I just said about the work order. So you include that with a company that only thinks is e-commerce like Grubhub. And then they get a little bit more than that. And then they get a little bit creative. I mean, 10% revenue from anybody making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month every month. Mark, they're in business, you know what I mean? That's what Instacart and Grubhub did. They just took over all the companies, created a gateway and managed the sites, and they robbed them. We can do something like that without robbing people. We can get the community back. Anyway, that's just a thought. I'm glad everybody's listening. Hey, Greg, you should come up, man. This is all we all husbands and wives of people. We all kicking it, entrepreneurial, having conversations about what happens next. You know what I mean? No drama debates, no arguments. How you doing? Welcome back to the space.
Hey, thank you. Doing pretty good. Just out here walking my dog and of course, the new so what is this room about?
We started the conversation with what a trust baby was, and then the person that was speaking highly about that is not here. So the next line is leverage and automation. And Mark and I was just speaking about how we, acquire customers, onboarding, just having a simple line, enjoying the day, no trips into two, little things like that. How about you? Besides walking your dog, how's your day?
That's pretty good, can't complain. Pretty lazy day for me, just left in the late and worked from home for a couple hours, and that's pretty much it.
But for those that don't know you, you want to tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and how you do it? As you walk, remember, everybody's listening to you as well. How do you can, right?
Yeah, well, I used to have a job, but 20 years ago, I did my own thing, started hosting service. And today, I own few hosting services, um, two in Dallas, one in Memphis, where I got them, and the other one being Oakville, which just opened. And yeah, other than that, I have a little holding company that um, owns the maid services and my other investments. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I think after this other, I'm opening up one more housing service in Oakville, Ontario, and after that, I'm gonna retire. Um, you know, kind of slow down, enjoy life, and more time with kids. So that's me in a nutshell.
That sounds like us in a nutshell. All of us trying to do this little retirement thing. Dude, I was trying to quit last year, trying to retire last year, trying to beat me alone. I'm just going to real estate right now. But dude, one more time. I'm like, oh boy. Oh man, you know what it is to create a company and then create all the content all over. And even if it's there, you're not doing it every single day. It's like doing it from scratch all over again. You all know this, right? To do it all over and then be consistent. How long you want to be consistent? Anyways, I'm ready for it. I got all my stuff ready, Craig. I've been on my computer for days. I crashed last night. Everything that I could imagine that I wanted to work on, just finish next. You know what I mean? I'm in that zone and I love it. I'm waiting for Nate to come back so he could switch up with me and we could do this AI stuff and start connecting the stuff. And when you finish walking, that link on the top, click on it, reserve it, try to register, try to be part of the community because everybody that's here already is already up there. And when we're not on this app, we're creating content up there to leverage everything from there. That's on the internet. That's a web app. That's not like a network. So people can see you if you allow that, and people can see your commerce if you allow that. And that's if you want to. If not, it's cool. And then Facebook, we're going to open back up as well, including YouTube. So, I mean, if you want to reach out one more time and do a little bit of things before you retire, that's what you're going to hear a lot of. It's going to be a lot of forward thinking, critical thinking, solution-based responses, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but you get it there. After a while, you get kind of bored. I'm not retired because I wouldn't want to fully retire. I was bored. That's one of the reasons why I started all these businesses because you get the business on, try to pilot, get the right people, things are running smoothly. You take a 6 month vacation, you come back, and you want to do something. So you start another business. But I think that's my last house for this business up there, and I think I might have write a book or two. But it's good to have something to keep that by.
Yeah, but there's nothing better than those birds in the background, right? Just walking the dog and chilling. Nothing better than that. People don't get that sometimes. You work so hard to hear that peace. And then when you go back into this grind time shit, oh boy. So you're not ready for it no more? You're gonna retire, semi-retire, or is it gonna go back there? Because I tried to do the semi-retire, it didn't work for me. So I might advise you, sir, if you don't want to be like, if you don't want to get turned on again, don't come back. Because I try to retire, man, it ripped me out of here. You know what I mean? And I could have walked away. It's hard to walk away when people are expecting you to show up. You know, so be careful. This has a lot of magic. This one has a lot of magic. It's hard to walk away.
And I mean, it's really hard to get out. Cool. Here's what I do. I think the steps is pretty measurable to, find something that you do that you have so much of. once it's, once it's on the hard, I think that's pretty good news.
Yeah, I can't even say semi-retired. I was saying retired. Can't even say that. It's over. I want to be like Mark right now, relax. Can't drink the wine though, like the kids. You know what I mean? I don't want to show them anything like that. I was drinking Jamaican cola and Jamaican cream soda. And my kids love cream soda, but they saw the box like, Dad, you drink a beer? Like, no, is that water? It's like, no. It's like, what is that? It's like cream soda. He goes, no, the other cream soda is like orange. I'm like, yeah, but it's a different brand. This is Jamaican cream soda. And then it has a little snap bottle. My little son, he goes, "Hope that hurts." I'm like, yeah, don't let it hurt. Just twist the cat. Twist it and drinks. It kills all my drinks. Like both 4 bottles. I drink a sip of it. It's okay. That's what I don't miss. That's what I miss actually. Like I don't want to miss those opportunities. With my 2 oldest kids, all I did was work. And with my 4 youngest ones over here, from 4 to 11, 12, I've enjoyed everything with them. I haven't missed anything. As many people like I'm always here with them. I'm always talking to them. I always see all the like when I hear them, that's their motorcycle running around. Like, this is what I created this for. You know what I mean? I worked as hard as I wanted to be where I'm at right now, and not to keep it. Oh boy, to keep it is like I'm perfect where I'm at. It's like damn, now I got to do more. And I got to do 6 more houses, 6 more companies, 6 more life insurance, 6 more trust, 6 more everything, and then figure out who I want to give this legacy to my children. Now they're ready for it. And then I got the 2 oldest. Well, the 2 oldest ones are like engineer. The other one was like in the doctor, like Renee, doctor. Everybody's in the doctor field, and the boys are in the tech field. That's so funny how my family is, right? All the men in my family, all my boys, me and my boys are all tech related, and all the women are all like Renee, like nurses and doctors and kid, dog doctors. I forgot what you call them, veterinarians. So it's cool. I think we need that. We need those structures involved. Like, we want to see how interesting that's going to be when I grow older. All of us, man. Wow. Are we going to be around? Is Clubhouse going to be around when we get old? How are we going to connect? It's going to be crazy. In 5 years, I'm not going to find you. I'm going to have to go to YouTube for sure and just chit chat with that on YouTube. I don't think that's going anywhere. That's been around for 12 years, I think. Come on.
Hey, talk about Twitter or X. I was on there the other day and they had something that was Clubhouse going on. With that visual format, people talking. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I think they call it Spaces.
All right, I guess you want me to make it everything in one app.
It's been around for a minute. You know how to access it? You know how to start a space?
No?
When you go to Twitter, there's a plus sign on the right side of your phone. And then when you click the plus sign, it looks like you're about to do a tweet. And there's a little toolbar. And the very last one on the left is a microphone. You click on it, and that's the spaces. You just put the title and start. And I believe you can record the rooms there too and schedule. But it's pretty decent. So different people in there as well. Same thing as fan base, different people. LinkedIn has something called events. So when you click on your picture and you click on profile, you get the little menu underneath your profile. Look for events. And when you give it a title and schedule it, not now. When you open it, it'll be an audio environment like this. And again, LinkedIn also has its own crew.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Greg, and I'm always in one space, right? And I can tell you in my head how all of them look like. And when you build software, that's the disease I think that I have. Or gift, right? I have the rest of my cola champagne that I didn't get to drink. You get to see things that nobody gets to see, and you get to be rushing in your like in a live environment with no questions. Like you already know how it starts, how it ends, where it goes, and you can almost trigger everything by thought. And that's why I kind of like those spaces. I tried all of them. To be honest with you, I still always come back to Clubhouse. It seems to be the simplest. I come in, I come in, I click on the plus sign. I say create a space. I look for influx, boom. And I don't even look in the hallway. I just create a camp and I just sit here and I get my cup of coffee and that's my day. And then before I go to bed, I hang out. Or somebody takes over the room.
It's been a couple of months since I've been on Clubhouse, I think. I noticed a while back that it was much easier to find rooms, but now it seems to be more limited. Is that still going on?
What's going on?
Oh, like, I joined Clubhouse, like, I guess years ago. You get just 4 different rooms, and there's a plethora of rooms.
The rooms here is different. Bring the lawnmower in the garage, please. Look. How do I scare you? I don't even look threatening. How do I scare you? Jeez. Yeah, I look like a regular person. I could imagine if I had like camouflage, you know what I mean? Anyways, the houses here, you click on all rooms, you click on the magnifying glass, and then you see friends on the top. Don't put anything in the search, but click on the globe on the right side, and then you see the list of everybody. And there's probably like 50 rooms open right now, and they're way bigger than this. So Clubhouse is growing. You know, it's a different view as how to search for it, but it works now on who you follow. So what I try to do is follow as many people as I can, because I haven't really followed anybody, because I was just here opening the room. I wasn't in here for numbers. I was just opening the space. I was here by myself for the first 3 months, and then I had like Patrick and a few others, and that was like 3 or 4 years ago. But I still kept coming every day, just building me. And I think that's what when Jason was saying this earlier, it's like people are looking, they're looking for what happens next. Really, I'm like a movie. I'm real time. What's gonna happen next? So all the stuff that I'm saying, I have to show it them. You know what I mean? Because one thing I do believe in, if I say it, I have to do it. I can't just, you know what, guys, you know that thing I said, never mind, I'm just gonna say, I can't do that. Once I commit, and that's why I like to articulate verbally, because it's no different than if I did a video or I was live on YouTube or anything, because I said it, now I have to do it. And again, my kids are listening, they already heard what I wanted to do, we're already traveling. For me to take that away from them, that's like me. You know what I mean? It's like this house before I bought it. We went through all these new construction. We walked in, and they were getting excited, and then that one left, and then that one left, and then that one we took too long, and then that one didn't work out. And they were getting disappointed. I'm like, we're getting a new house. We almost got into an apartment because I had to get out of the hotel and go into the house, because that's where we did a reset from Vienna, Georgia. And that's only because my wife said I couldn't do it. You can't do this. I'm like, what? Fuck you, Clubhouse. Fuck you, wifey. Throw everything out. Let's go. Go to Georgia. Start 5 months. Do it online all over again. Buy this house online. And we keep going. And everybody looking at me like I'm God or something. Like, I didn't do anything weird. I could tell you could do 100 a day. It's not hard. And if you really want things, everything has requirements. Just follow the requirements that are questions. It's not hard, you know what I mean? Everything, that's what I realized in life. Everybody always had something I wanted. And I was always told I couldn't. I was poor, I was Puerto Rican, I was welfare, whatever it was. That was the reason. So I'm like, no, that's not the reason. He's a Puerto Rican. He's not on welfare. Why not? Let me ask him. He's Arabic. Let me ask him. He's white. Let me ask him. I didn't prejudice anybody. I just asked everybody. I was the most annoying person in the block. And everybody loved me. But I always fulfilled them with services. Like if I went to the grocery store, I worked for free. I went to the candy store, I worked for quarters. You know what I mean? The mailman, I would walk all over the block. I knew everybody. I would walk everywhere with the mailman, meet and greet everybody from the door. And I would do it for the rubber bands. And every time we go to my building, he goes, okay, take the mailbox, go upstairs, open the mailbox for me, give me like 2 or 3 rubber bands. And I walked for 3 hours with him. My mother's like, why you like walking with a grown man? I'm like, well, you let me walk with a grown man. I'm glad that it wasn't a P Diddy time, you know what I mean? It was humble times. It was the 80s. And it wasn't like it is now. I wouldn't trust my kids walking around with me. Crazy. Some crazy people right now. Different time, different place. Exactly. Greg, we can't even hit our kids now. You know that, right? Please stop doing it. Please. I'm giving you a time. Fuck that. Yo, listen. That's what I do now. Yo. You should hear the whistle. I gave the whistle. Everybody popped up in the front, acting like they didn't hear me. Who are you? You heard my whistle. You got a mom, dad ever had a whistle? I got the whistle.
So you had a whistle, huh? Your mom did.
Yeah, I got the whistle.
I've heard that.
And it's a little one. Look, it's not that hard. Is it? And that shit echoes, so they can hear me all the way from across the. And I don't gotta yell. I don't gotta say nobody's name. You know, I'm not gonna embarrass nobody. Nobody even knows where it's coming from. I keep saying I need WD-40, Nate. I haven't got it yet. So I gotta do the house reset. My work is crashing. And next week is the last day of school. And these kids don't care about nothing no more. Like, what are you talking about? School's over. So, Greg, what made you come in tonight? Besides walking in the dog. Tell me coming back in. What you do for the rest of the night?
Oh, dude, I used to like listen to, YouTube and some podcasts, but I don't know. I just, for some reason, Clubhouse popped in my mind. I thought, yeah, why not? Well, why not have a good conversation?
We try to have conversations, but this is when it gets on getting greedy. But if anybody pulls up on their computers, this when it gets really techy, gets quiet, we play a little jazz, and then you hear people just like breathing, I guess, for the most part. And then I usually tell people everything I'm doing. I'm doing.
I'm just
I
curious.
usually articulate everything I'm
So
doing.
you build websites. What else do you do, Pat? Do you have any investments, stock, anything like that?
Yeah, Morphe handles the stock investments. I do the website stuff. We have little conversations. She got this little app that she goes on, so she's always buying. And she's good at this stuff. Like, she diversifies her money. Like, she'll sell her shit $40, it'll go into a stock. $40, $50, it'll go somewhere else. You know what I mean? So she's really good with back into marketing. Yeah, advice in the heads. Back into the business, she actually balance it.
Oh yeah, I'm not like a big real estate developer or anything. We got some properties there. That's cost. But, yeah, a couple of investments. Pretty much it, I guess. So one second. Pause and looking across the street. We got across the street.
Yeah, don't get run over, man. We don't want that.
Think of it in pausing this. Future. I guess if nobody knows me here, I'm really big about Bitcoin. And that's 2015. And that, my friend, is what I've been putting my money for the past few years. That's an opportunity right there. New asset class, just creating just much more room to grow up.
Things with investing and trading for most people that have those conversations because they have already, cash flow pipelines already. They can start doing these nice little investments. When we're starting off, I know for me, when I'm talking to people and they barely have like, $20, $40 to scratch together, I'm like, I can't even talk that conversation with them. Because for them, it's almost like my conversation. $40 what they did for me. That was bread, eggs, cheese, milk, water. You want to talk about broke? I know what 40 could take me. I don't think 40 can do that. That was a long time ago. I tried to look at eggs the other day. I was like, are you serious? $6, $8, $12, that much. How was that?
And I have a feeling it could get worse.
Yeah, but then we go into the aquaponics, right? And that's the conversation we have here. And that's Nate. And we say, hey, we got land, right? We all got property somehow. We all got a kitchen. We can get pots. Let's start growing this stuff because for us to go to the stores and paying money for things that you can. I don't know anybody can have chickens, but I mean, these are nice little things. And again, sometimes we're too spoiled, too bougie to go that level. But that's what we raise here. And you know how healthy your life is? It was speaking about this water in one of the pyramids. They're finding water from the pyramids. The water is rising. They don't know why, whatever it is. And I don't know why the water is rising. The water is rising because the world is the way it's supposed to be. Like, it's so predictable. So all of this is going to be what it is. And I'm like, oh, man. Right? Anyways, one person is drinking the water. The water is so pure that the person is he's been working on in that pyramid forever. He's not leaving. He feels like he's just is living, and they say that water has energy. So when you speak about everything, you start talking about all these little things. You go through investments, you go through land, you go into business, you go into websites, you get regular people having regular conversations, just like you, Greg, walking the dog across the street, and then they're like, hey, see, my thing is I'm trying to do something that my family has never done. I'm like the last gorilla left in my family. And I guess I'll tell you a little story because I'm a bastard son. My kids are my gorilla, right? So is my wife. So now the gorilla legacy keeps on. So my sons are the only ones that can keep that going. That's three boys to move forward. The girls obviously going to get their husband's last name if they choose to. But I'm going to try to invoke the fact that they have to keep the last name because the name is part of the trust. You know how you use the word Trump? Then my last name is going to be exactly the same in my family because my family doesn't know what I know. And I'm tired of turning everything on. So in my world, I'm gonna just take care of my inner circle, make sure that my kids and 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 their kids and their kids and so forth are taken care of until maybe 200, 300. You know what I mean? Like the point. You ever seen on Back to the Future too, where Marty McFly goes to the I don't know what it was, Western Union, but then he got a telegram, 50 years later or whatever. He goes, "We're supposed to be here right now at this spot." Like that with our children. We need to understand that we don't know where the money's at. To your point, X could be $100 by the time our children, their children's gonna be $200. And again, what's happening in Venezuela? A million pesos for equals a dollar or something. Like it's insane. That's what we're doing. We're living it. And we don't realize it because we got to pay our bills and we got to worry about. And, next week is so birthday. You know what I mean? Those distractions are keeping us away from what's happening, which is the legacy of happens next. It's not really about us anymore. It's like our kids and our kids, because they're really being programmed by the internet right now. And if you're not paying attention to that, their friends are programming them, and their friends are being programmed by the internet, and their friends are being programmed by the TV. There's no one reading. They're reading the same books. There's no intellectual found there. There's nothing about this stuff in there. Flip at the big red dog. What financial lesson is in that book?
Actually, to be fair now, I'm watching the cartoons my kids love, and I'm just really glad to see some of these cartoons are so educational these days, not like when I was growing up. But I don't know. Yeah, your kids. Uh, most important thing. I mean, shit. I think that's the meaning of life right there. It's relationships, life, friends. But yeah. As for your kids, again, really put some bad programming in their mind, and hopefully all you can do is teach them how to program their mind correctly. Because there are techniques you can reprogram your mind, and if you want to be a success, that's where you start from inside. And yeah, funny you bring that up. That's one thing I try to teach people.
Dan, what's that question about web meetings?
How do I stop this?